going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 13, 12, 13, somewhere in that region. I honestly can't really remember, which is very bad of me. Should be more prepared. But either way, it's Olympique Lyonnais versus Atletico Madrid, Champions League semi-final. Of course, the last time we met, you saw the 2-2 draw against them in the semi-final. Since then, only played the one game, which was against Lille, in which it was a 3-0 win with Fekir and Memphis Depay grabbing the goals. Very comfortable win, never really looked under threat, so it's good to get back to winning ways within the league. Of course, in the league, it's still mathematically possible, I believe, because we're 8 points behind, 9 points up for grabs. So if PSG somehow do the impossible and lose against Angers, Dijon and Reims, we've somehow won the league, surprisingly. Liverpool 5-1 earlier, but either way, the league's pretty much over. We will probably get clarification on that once we play, obviously, Marseille in this same episode. But as I mentioned, it's going to be a 3-game episode, so a longer one for you guys. Atletico Madrid, Marseille and Monaco. 3 action-packed games, hopefully. I'm going to stop wasting time. We're going to get into this game. So we go match preview. They are the favourites despite our form being slightly better. They are at home, so I guess that is to be expected. I do want to change our team though, so let's have a quick look. That's what my assistant manager says. Dalot did play really well on this left-hand side against Dortmund, so I'm kind of feeling to leave him there actually. I'm not going to really switch that. Mendy can of course come on at half-time if need be or something. Denayer and Pongracic have switched places. Usually they play the other way round, but clearly my assistant manager knows something I don't, so I'm going to trust him. I'm going to trust all the decisions he's made here. I'm just going to go ahead with it. We're going to rock with this team. Some players are slightly shifted around, but I'm trusting him. Here's their lineup: Oblak, Hernandez, Jimenez, Godin, and Thomas Partey. I don't think he's actually right back. He's a centre mid. He is. So he is playing slightly more forward as well, and he's not even a traditional right back. So that's interesting to keep our eyes on. Thomas Lemar comes in for this game. Saul, Rodri. Is that Rodrigo? No, it's literally just Rodri. Gelson Martins with Griezmann and Costa up front. We know how deadly their attacking duo is as a pair. They of course linked up brilliantly last game, but let's stop messing about. Here we go. They're in their white and red classic kit. We're in the navy blue this time. So one of the very rare games we play in this kit, as Griezmann's crunched early on from Pongracic. He's not messing about. None of this fancy stuff around me, mate. Thomas Lemar whips it in. Only as far as Dombele, who does a poor header away. We get away in the end. Memphis is through here. And he's hit the back of the net. I'm honestly surprised that's even got in. I saw it hit the keeper's leg and I thought it was just going to go over. 1-0 here. We've grabbed an important away goal. Of course, they grabbed 2, so we're still behind on away goals. But a lovely through ball. Memphis Depay off Oblak's leg. 20 seconds of the season for him. And there it is. In the 3rd minute, we're off to a cracking start and take the aggregate lead. Oh, that's frustrated Costa. We know what happens if he gets frustrated. He's going to be fouling everyone. Fekir over corner. Whips it in. Memphis there again. He's there again. It's in the back of the net. We've grabbed 2 away goals. We're 4-2 up on aggregate. And that levels the away goals. For both teams, they scored 2 at our ground. We've now scored 2 here. So even if they do come back, it at least goes to extra time if they were to, get 2 goals themselves. If it ends 2-2, it goes to extra time. But the way we're performing, I don't see that happening. We've come to their ground and we've taken it absolutely to them. We did have the better, chances in the game. They were just a lot more clinical in the first leg. We, of course, I think performed better overall. But as I said, Griezmann was just very clinical in front of goal, and he grabbed the 2 goals to keep them in this tie. But as things stand, we've got a 2-goal cushion. And things are looking good. The half is really rounding out here as we go into the 33rd minute. It's another highlight for us, Dubois. They have a player off the pitch, so technically they're down to 10 men momentarily. Memphis now out to Diogo Dalot. That's very sloppy from him as they do clear it. So this could end up being a highlight for them. It's not. Memphis, we're back on the attack. Look at this, really keeping the pressure alive. Dalot to the byline. He's fouled, and then now Griezmann's on it. So it's end-to-end stuff here. He hoofs it forward. Costa's drawn goal. Lovely touch by him. He slots it through. His 31st goal of the season, and it's Olympique Lyon 2, Atletico Madrid 1. So the game's really wide open again. I mentioned their striker partnership, and it's really come to bite us again. They've had the better chances in this half, I'd say. 12 shots with 8 on target. You got to say that they're looking like the favourites perhaps right now to get back into this and grab the next goal. Although we do have another chance. Dubois whips it in. Who's in the box? Gelson Martins. Dalot has a little pop shot. We've seen him score from around that area before, but today's not his day, so sails past the post, and it's looking like it's going to head into half-time 2-1. So we do still have the lead. We're still in this. We're still leading the game. So, you know, very positive half. I cannot be upset about that. I'm just a little bit concerned that they are, you know, getting a lot of chances, and I think between their two strikers, they've got something like 55 goals or something ridiculous. So we've just got to be cautious of that. I think I need to bring Hussein off at some point because he's obviously carrying a knock. I don't want him to get, you know, too badly injured as Lamar whips in a corner. And as far as Gelson Martins, takes to the byline and Memphis is back, tracking back. That's what you want to see. Fakir now hasn't really got the pace to burst away. So a bit methodical from us up to Phil Foden. First touch and it's past the post. And a game like this, we are sort of almost crying out for Lovro Major here. Just a nice little super sub. Into Fakir, to Hussein, Dubois. Can't squeeze in a cross yet. To the edge of the box, back to Hussein. Diego Dalot. Dombele. Out to Dubois, to the byline, whips it in. Phil Foden's there, and it's a 2-goal cushion again. But more importantly, we've grabbed three away goals. So now, even if they equalise, we still go through an away goal. So weight almost lifted off our shoulder. Lovely cross, lovely header. Oblak gets his hand to it, but it's not enough. Wheels away and does a massive cartwheel. And at that moment, I'm going to make some subs. Terrier can come on for... Ooh, this is a tough one. All right, Hussein is struggling. So I'm actually going to drop Foden back. I'm going to switch the front three. And I'm going to bring Sander Berg on as well for Dombele. Just because Dalot's on a yellow card, I'm going to bring on Mendy. I think those subs should be effective for us. But 3-1 on the night, 5-3 aggregate, and as things stand, we're heading to the Champions League final. Fakir, corner kick, whips it in. Mendy's going to collect it. Not on his traditional side of the pitch here, actually. Denea, long ball forward. Mendy collects, he's back onto his side of the pitch as Pineda bursts into this open space in the corner. Gelson Martins now hoofs it forward, and we know Griezmann's going to chase that into Diego Costa. Another touch, another shot, and this time it's saved by Lopez. I thought that was a repeat of their first goal. It wasn't. It stays 3-1 for now, at least. They come on the attack, and that's a sloppy challenge from Memphis Depay, and he's got a red card. He's on for his hat-trick, and he's just done a silly challenge. I'm just going to leave it as it is. That probably ruins the whole dynamics of this formation, but there's nothing really more I can do. I can't replace a midfielder. I can't, you know, replace anyone else up top. So Godin now, oof, lovely save by Lopez. Almost probably just natural instincts there to keep that out. And we're getting very sloppy now. Terrier's injured. We could be down to 9 men here. Luckily, he's going to get up and recover from that, but it's starting to look very shaky now as they bring on Koke and Vitolo. So they're really going to come at us here. Griezmann to Costa. Up to Vitolo. He bursts away. He's got pace here. Ooh, curling effort saved by Lopez. And we're holding on. We're holding on to that 2-goal cushion. We can, of course, afford to let them score twice. And we'll still go through. So we do have a bit of a cushion. A bit of a blanket that we're holding on to. With the last sort of, I'd say, 12 minutes to go here in the game. I think we're going to see it out. Mendy. Long ball up to Fakir. No, Koke intercepts, but Berg, Gelson Martin's been picking up every rebound he can this game. Dubois can hopefully slow things down here, as we can hopefully build up a nice slow attack into their top half. We don't. Dispossessed very quickly by them. Gelson Martin's up to Griezmann. He's got the pace. He's got the touch. He's taken a shot back to Saul, and it's gone wide. And they would be fuming that they've missed that chance. 8 minutes left to go in this game, and we're really just holding on here. They've made all their subs. We've made all of ours. Both teams looking very tired. And I think we've actually edged this out into the 90th minute now. 3 minutes left to go. I don't see them doing it. We've done it. We're in the Champions League final. I'm pretty sure in all my years of Football Manager, typically I like to do smaller team saves, but I think I've only won the Champions League something like 2-3 times in my whole years of Football Manager. But here we are, the Champions League final. A fantastic performance from the boys. Look at that. Some of the appearances, you know, a lot of substitute appearances, a lot of fresh legs. That's what it's all about, having good squad depth. And we're through to the Champions League final, a 3-1 win on the night, a 5-3 aggregate lead overall, in the whole tie. And that's it. We've got our foot in the Champions League final. We've received 10.77 million as well, which is lovely. I think Depay, though, he is banned for the final. I'm going to appeal it. There's no chance they actually give us the appeal, but on the off chance they do, I've appealed it. I'm going to skip forward to this Marseille game, and I think between them we'll find out who we play in the Champions League final, and I will update you accordingly, but I'll catch you in the next game. Here we are then, it's third place versus second place, Olympique de Marseille versus Olympique Lyonnais. And surprisingly, actually, good news for us, I think PSG have actually lost. They lost to Angers 2-1. Our league hopes are still alive. If we win this game, we go 5 points behind them with 6 points left to get. somehow, some way, mathematically, we can still win the league. Between then and now, of course, we did find out who we play in the Champions League final, and it is, of course, Manchester United. Jose Mourinho, he's done it. He's somehow got there to the Champions League 2-1 aggregate win over Juventus. Ronaldo wasn't enough to get them to the final, so it's a Lyon versus Manchester United. And that's going to be a cracker of a game, of course. Hopefully, if we get to the French final as well, I should be able to bring you both those games in the season finale, ultimately. I think after this, that is the next episode, really, and it will be the end to this season at least. I do think I will do another season with this Lyon team next year. Of course, we haven't grabbed the league title yet, which was the ultimate goal. And if we do win the Champions League, then of course we can try and retain that for 2 years in a row. So I think I will be doing one more season of this save. I do, however, have another save, a secondary save in the works. So that should also be coming soon. Keep an eye on my channel for any sort of trailers or anything for that. But it should be good. Either way, let's get back on focus. Let's get back into focus. Marseille versus Lyon, a big rivalry. They're in the white and blue. We're in the navy blue. We're the favourites. We got better form. We've won this fixture last time it played. You know, we're like 18 points ahead of them in the league. I'm hoping we should, I think we should be winning this. We got 2 players out though, so obviously, I think Papacic was injured there. Or Dombele was suspended and Hussein is injured. So this is the team we're going to line up with. It's Foden, Depay, Terrier, Pineda, Toussaint, Sander Berg, Mendy, Denayer, Marcelo, Dalot and Lopez. That's the team we're hopping in with. I trust that team. I think they're going to get the job done, even away from home. And like I said, somehow, this is their team actually. Before I get into what I was saying, this is their team. Mandanda, Castagne, Rami, Abdenor, Amavi, Strootman, Fornals, Sarr, Loftus-Cheek. That's a good signing for them, alongside Payet and Mitroglou. So their attacking sort of options are very solid. But let's get back into the league table. What I was saying is somehow the Football Manager gods have seen our great form and our great efforts this season and given us a little bit of a lifeline. Of course, 2 games left to go, and if PSG even, I think, draw or win even one of them, that puts our hopes, dead in the ground. They have to lose both. It's not good enough. Yeah, it's not good enough just to draw the next game, I don't think. Actually, I think they do, have to somehow get beaten 3 games in a row. We're through on goal here. Memphis, sloppy rebound, can't get it into the goal, and that's disappointing. Dalot just lets it go out for a throw-in. I thought he'd like to keep the pressure alive. Here's VAR or whatever it's called, just nowhere near into the back of the net. So a waste of our time having this on the screen. So yeah, hang on. Let me just pause this. Right, if we win this game, we go on to 89 points and we'll be 5 points behind them. If they draw the game after that, they'll go to 95, and if we win, we'll go up to 92. Also, technically, I think they can lose, draw, and we might be able to sneak it on goal difference, perhaps, or head-to-head record. So we do have some options. It's not impossible. They've lost 4 times this season. They can lose, one more time. It's possible. It is very possible. I've got my fingers crossed. I've got my toes crossed. I think we can. Well, we have to get past this game first. Actually, if we don't win here, it's over. It is over. So we do have to get 3 points here first. Let's not skip ahead of ourselves. We need to get the job done here today. It's been a very, very quiet game as we head into the, almost half time really. It's the 34th minute now. And apart from the Depay rebounds, nothing's really happened. So I think I might have jinxed myself here by saying that, our dream's alive, because it's just not happening for us today. And it could be a very, very quiet 0-0 draw. I also mentioned there's be action-packed games, and I mean the first one was undoubtedly, but this one not so much. As we head into half time, that's it. It's 0-0. Both teams 5 shots each, and yeah, we just both get our team talks done. Hopefully that kicks us on into the second half to bring some life to this game. I don't know if that's just because both teams are being very solid defensively, or if we're just not feeling it today. But elsewhere, a lot of teams are playing today actually. We're the early kickoff though, so as a result, we have to wait for the other results. I'm going to have to make some substitutions here because it's just really not happening for us. I'm going to bring on Fekir and Dubois. I'm even going to bring on Pongracic and hope that maybe his ball playing defender skills does something, because at this point I'm desperate for 3 points here. Literally nothing is happening in this game. 68th minute, 69th minute now, 70th. I'm literally just begging for a highlight here, and nothing's happening. They bring off Loftus-Cheek to bring on Van der Beek, so they've gone, I think, a bit more defensive. They bring on Sanson as well for Bouna Sarr, and literally nothing's out. 80th minute now. There's only 8 minutes left of this game, and I think I really did jinx ourselves. Fekir though, actually, never mind. Fekir whips it in. It's in the back of the net. Jason Denayer, first goal of the season, and he gets it when it matters. When it mattered most. I thought that was the game dead and gone. We hardly ever score from free kicks. Whips in a lovely cross. Denayer's there. Header into the far post. And there it is. The goal we needed to keep our title challenge alive. When it mattered most. We have another corner here. Whips it in. Memphis collects the rebound. Back to Fekir. Lovely cross the edge of the box. Mendy with a little pop shot, and it goes out for a goal kick. So I'm hoping we can just ride this out, this 1-0 win out, and hopefully see this through to the end. Although there's another highlight here. I think it's going to end up for us. Memphis now bursts through. He's bodied off that player. He's slid it in. 2-0. And lovely finish. 2 late goals. I think my team were just teasing me then, because we scored in the 84th and the 89th minute. A lot of chaos in the midfield. Sliding challenges everywhere. This defender gets sent back to God knows where. And Memphis, lovely, calm, collected finish. And he's made it 2-0. And at this point, I've got to say, we probably are going to ride this out. And our title challenge is still alive. Sanson now. Oof. 2 little pop shots. Runs rockets off the post, I believe, out for a goal kick. And at this rate, I might have to actually bring you maybe even the last 2 league games, potentially. Because at this point, we have a chance of winning the French Cup, the Champions League, and the league as things stand. Every game's very important right now. So depending on what happens off screen, it might have to be another triple header in the finals. Clinton, oh, never mind. It's 2-1. Clinton and G has brought it back, and now shaky times for us. We're 1 minute over the allotted stoppage time here. And there it is. It's all over. 2-1. Marseille 1. Lyon 2. 3 goals in the last 5 minutes or so. 10 minutes. Absolute crazy stuff. But we get the 3 points. That's what matters. And we head into the Monaco game on high spirits. 2 wins in a row now. Toussaint has to go to the physio. We're in control as Burge sets for a pay increase though. He's only got 53k a week. But yeah, look at this. Undefeated in so many games. And we're really looking to finish the season strong. I'm just hoping we can somehow slip above PSG and backdoor it. But I'm going to skip ahead to this Monaco game, and I'll catch up with you then. Here we are then, the day of the French Cup semi-final. We've of course, reached the board expectation. This is where they wanted us to reach, but I think we can get further than that. Of course, Monaco have beaten us this season 1-0 in the league, so they're no pushover. They could definitely beat us today. It's important, we just do what we need to do. One thing I've noticed though is that Fekir has a 9.4 rating in the French Cup, which that's mind-boggling to me. But either way, here it is. Lyon versus Monaco. We're in the white, they're in the lovely khaki sort of green. Elsewhere, PSG actually won 6-3 against Angers, so it is PSG we would meet in the final. So you know, an exciting final is ahead. Should we get there, of course, don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I think I've got to move a few players around here. That's what I'm happy with. I know usually I trust the assistant manager. Maybe I should have today, considering this is a massive game. But here's their teams. It's Subasic, Henriks, Jemerson, Glick, Sidibe, Mateus Fernandes, I think that is, Tony Vilhena, Golovin, Yuri Tielemans playing a bit of a more forward role than I think he's used to traditionally. Radamel Falcao and Jovetic. Now, they did highlight Jovetic to me, saying he's a threat, but 10 goals in 43. You know, I'm more worried about Falcao if I'm honest. So, yeah, not the most convincing goal scoring record from Jovetic, but you know, maybe semi-finals are his thing. So here we are, we're underway, of course. As I mentioned, we're in the white, they're in the khaki green, and Jovetic is trying to prove me wrong straight away there, as Phil Foden has to put a stop to that. And I'm just really hoping we win this. You know, we really need silverware this season. I think it will really boost the team. I think it will help us bring in maybe a few prospects into the summer, and just get us, you know, back onto like almost the pinnacle of French football. We really solidify ourselves as the second best team in France, I think, if we do, you know, win the French Cup. As Pineda here, out wide, bursts it in, and that's a way to score a goal. He absolutely thumps that into the top corner. 7th of the season for him. Another assist for Fekir, and what an absolute amazing finish. Memphis get a bit lucky with the rebounds. Lovely touch away from the defender. The keeper's got no chance there, and it's a Lyon 1, Monaco 0. Now, we do have, I guess, the advantage of being at home, which I guess is maybe a big factor, but Sidibe now gets dispossessed, and I'm hoping we can grab a second to really get a nice cushion here, as Memphis can burst away now, and he does, up to Terrier, finds Fekir in loads of space. Fekir doesn't miss from there. 32nd of the season. It's 2-0 inside 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Either way, a Lyon 2, Monaco 0. I don't know why I've skipped that. It's just a habit I have that when I'm, you know, playing offline, I often skip replays, but I apologise for that. We all saw it. It's a lovely finish from Fekir. Memphis now. Can we grab a third as he's tackled? And it looks like it could be a highlight for them. Falcao hasn't got the pace anymore, so it looks like we might be able to sniff this out as we do. So still intriguing to see who this highlight's actually for. Dalot now. Lovely pass into Terrier. Tackled. Pineda picks it up. Back out to Dalot. Back to Dombele, into Pineda, up to Fekir, off the post, and Glick gets it out for a throw-in. So we really are putting them under pressure here. And we're, you know, 7 shots to 0. If only, you know, if only we beat them in the league campaign, the title challenge would be looking much different right now. But that's just wishful thinking. You know, we've got to play every game that's in front of us, and this is it today. 2-0. Exciting times. Dalot now up to Dombele, into Pineda. Already scored today. Hits the sort of cross in between the post and the crossbar. Absolutely stonking strike. He's really trying to prove himself in this, you know, in this first team here. So, you know, I may be young, but I'm here to stay. You know, he's really pushing for a first team, you know, start, a first team slot. He's tired of having the back seat to maybe 2 start here. But it's got a bit quieter now, you know, since the 11th minute. No real highlight apart from I guess we did hit the crossbar twice, but no more, you know, amazing highlights. Nothing too substantial. Heading to half-time with a nice 2-0 lead. Hopefully, you know, a nice team talk at half-time. Get the boys to round it out. Their strikers are looking very fresh, actually. Both of them still in the 90s, so I don't know if that's because we've been really sort of suffocating their service, or if somehow they've been rested and just Monaco have a very good fitness team. But Dombele into Terrier, up to Fekir, lovely touch. Foden, what a lovely team goal that is. Phil Foden, assisted by Pineda, and it's Lyon 3, Monaco 0, right after half-time has kicked off. And look at this move. We dispossessed them here. Dombele, Terrier, lovely pass to Fekir. First time, touch, finish, 3-0. The game's over, mate. Just go home. Monaco, just go home now. Get off the pitch. Wasting our time here. I don't want to be too cocky, but at the end of the day, you know, 3-0. I don't see us dropping a 3-0 lead. And I think at this point, going to rest a few players. I'm going to bring on Moussa Dembele for you know, a bit of a kick around. He can come on. Dubois can come on for Dalot. And yeah, you know, Jeremy Morel can come on. He can have a little run around too. just because obviously every league game we have now is very important. So at this point, I think we've done the job. Job's done in the cup, so we can bring on a few players that don't get much playing time. I mean, Dubois does, but obviously, of course, Morel and Dembele don't really feature too much in our side, so might as well rest a few legs here. Fekir with a free kick up to Dombele, headed away Falcao. This could be a chance for them. Although, just look at the suffocation here. Absolutely nowhere for him to go with that ball. Pongracic collects nicely. Tackle here. So it's maybe an attack for them after all. Jovetic, lovely touch. Finds Falcao. He takes a lovely touch. Lopez equal to it. So out for a corner. As they take off Alexander Golovin. They have a corner here. Diop. They have, of course, Falcao and Jovetic in the box. But we've cleared it away only as far as Sao, who's tackled by Terrier, and we know he's very explosive himself, so bursts into the middle here. A thumping challenge from their player. Dombele picks it up, charges to the byline. Bit hesitant there. I would like to see a bit more confidence out of him, but it does say he's complacent, so he's not familiar with this formation really, so it's understandable. But 75th now, 76th minute. Looks like we're going to round this game out. Only 12 minutes left to go. Neither team really looks like scoring another one. They may be down to 10 men, potentially. I'm not sure if they made all their subs. Dembele now. Up to Fekir, whips it to the edge of the box as Pineda takes a touch, has a little shot, and I lied. There's another goal for Pineda, another goal for us. It's 4-0 on the night. He's been outstanding today. Lovely, lovely finish. 2 brilliant goals from him. Look at this, Dembele, Fekir, lovely vision to pick him out edge of the box. Nice touch out of his feet. And the keeper, Subasic, mate, 0 chance for him to save that. Sidibe has a 5.9 rating. How Monaco have fallen. Subasic now hoofs it up to midfield, not very far actually. I say hoofs, it didn't go very far. Mateus Fernandez is going to receive a red, so Monaco's evenings is awful. It's raining, they're losing 4-0, they're down to 10 men, maybe even 9 men, because Sal come on, but he was injured. Oh, okay, no, he was subbed off again. Okay, so luckily they're only down to 10 men, not 9. Fekir now, we could grab another one here. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to, as it's full time here. Olympique Lyonnais 4, Monaco 0. We've won every game we've played today. And that sets up a cracking end to our season, actually, in all honesty. Dominant win for Lyon. We played PSG in the final, and as I mentioned, you know, I think it might have to be a triple header. I'm going to see what happens in this KN game. Or could it even actually I'm going to figure out which episode I'm going to bring next, because I think I might just skip to the maybe Nims, PSG and Man United. If the title hopes are still alive, then you will see the Nims game, but I don't think it's worth me bringing you two league games if one of them's going to be pointless anyway. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to play this KN game, see what happens, but next episode is definitely at least PSG and Man United, 2 cup finals to hopefully round out a pretty solid first year at Lyon. If you enjoyed today's episode, please drop a like, it helps out a ton. Subscribe if you want to see daily football manager content, and if you're new around here. And yeah, I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.